Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to my evening ride, episode something, where we talk about everything and everything. Everything and anything, I mean. Blah, 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 blah. Sometimes a whole lot of nothing, but usually it's about something. Particularly motorcycles. But it has been another long day at work, so I am ready to decompress on the bike, take a few deep breaths, and get on the road so we can head home. That's the goal here today, is make it home safe and sound. Hopefully we have a chance to do that today, as always. Well, looks like it might rain a little bit. Hopefully we can beat that home, or at least run away from it for as long as we can, so we're gonna see. Maybe the further we get away from the coast, the better it'll be. Well, I've got at least 10 seconds here. Turn off the blinker. Everybody complains about that all the time. So funny. Your blinker's on. Blinker's on. You never turn your indicator off. Haha. Oh, we got a moto bro. He seems to be more focused on the road than me, which is probably a good thing. That didn't sound great. Alright, it's our turn. Here we go. And we're off. Hopefully to a good start. Ooh, bumpy road here today. Oh, don't even need to split. That car got over. I'll take that every day of the week. And let's come to a gentle and smooth stop. Well, we got at least 20 seconds here, so... Hello, how's it going? Hope your Tuesday is going better than mine. Not saying I had a bad Tuesday, but I just always hope yours is going better than mine. The new DJI up front is moving. It's fitting right in. Like I said, huge shout out to Amazon for getting me this DJI within 6 hours of ordering it. So that's kind of cool. Alright, let's go ahead and start getting ready to enter our cage or jungle, the highway, and fight for our lives for about an hour. What do y'all say? Y'all ready? Let's do it. Yep. And we... Let's go ahead and hop over. Yep, here we go. Alright, and we are officially on the way home. Yeah, it's been a good one. Nothing too crazy happened today. The normal stuff when it comes to dealing with bosses and coworkers, all that type of stuff. Yada, yada, yada. But that's not why we're here. We're here for this. The beautiful world of motorcycles. It's always fun riding in colder weather like this, especially when there's just that hint of a chance of rain in the air. I know I'm from Southern California, so I don't have to deal with the rain even a percentage as much as everyone else in the country does. And I don't take that for granted. Commute to work just about every single day. No blinker! Good one! The thumbs up. Always got to use your blinkers, people. Yeah, down here in Southern California where it doesn't rain at all, whenever you get this weather, it frightens me a little bit. Riding in the rain is scary when you're not used to it. So whenever I get this cloudy, overcast chance of rain, it becomes a real race home. So let's try to get in front of as much traffic as we possibly can here. I see there's a good little gap in front of this Corolla. And it looks like splitting is going to be a thing. Alright, let's keep on moving. Yeah, I'm just wondering like what your guys' experiences are riding in the rain, because it's something that I have not done a lot of. I've done it, and it's not terrible. I mean, the actual road conditions is whatever. Like, you have to ride differently and accordingly for the road conditions, of course. But for me, it's the not being able to see, like not being able to clean off my visor particularly well, because I don't have any rain gear at all. Just the complete blindness that surrounds it. I don't know what this truck is doing, but he is wildin'. Yep, he is hugging that left-hand lane as much. Ooh, my gosh. I gotta be careful here. Thank you, thank you. I think you finally saw me. Truckers are some of the coolest people out on the road. They're on the road every day. They understand how hard it can be. And so whenever they see you, they usually get over. Alright, what do we have here? Got a Mercedes, got the G-Wagon. Don't want to hit that. My insurance can't handle that. And keep on pushing forward. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Ooh, starting to get just a little tight again. I don't know why that one scared me so much. I could have made that easily. But it did. Trust your instincts when lane splitting, because you never know when things are going to close up just a little too tight. Because just because a gap is big enough when you first see it, doesn't mean it will be when you're passing through it. That's something that I've had to learn the hard way a few times. I'm actually going to get over and just start lane splitting on the right hand side. And yep, ooh, that was a close one. That was a close one. Let's see what we got. They've both gotten over. Okay, so we're gonna push forward now. You know, I've seen a hit and run, and I stopped to help. And it's just a great feeling, honestly, when you're helping people. If I see a wreck, I'm stopping every time. I will bear witness and be in the report. I don't care. As long as the right person is found as fault, I don't care. Oh man, look at this old Chevy. This thing balling. That's a beautiful truck right there. Beautiful truck. But now we are on the move. We have an open lane pattern finally. And we are pushing to the finish line, which at the moment is so far away. Stand up, have that bump not be as strong on my butt. Oop, there's that pothole I hit the other day. I had somebody to comment ask me, if I'm gonna hit a pothole, what should I do? And the best response I could come up with is clench your butt and pray. Because I mean, if you shouldn't be hitting a pothole. You should everything in your power should be used to avoid a pothole, of course. But if you're gonna hit one, you just gotta hope and pray. I mean, technically you can lift your butt off the seat a little bit so that the impact isn't as strong, but depending on the bike you're on, you're gonna have a bad time. Like my Vulcan, any type of sports bike, it's gonna bottom out pretty easily. Alright, sneaking in front of the whatever car that was, and then start my split. You know, I've always thought it was interesting, kind of, since I've gone viral a couple of times, I've had a lot of time, I've had a lot of new things to think about, because you see viral videos when you are the watcher, and you don't think about the thought that goes into them necessarily. And just being honest, the two videos that I went viral on did not have a lot of thought put behind the idea of the video. They were both things that happened completely randomly that I reacted to in a certain way in the moment, and then just uploaded it afterwards. So there's the one where I flip the truck driver off for cutting me off, and then the two completely random people on motorcycles behind me also flip the truck driver off, and that was completely random. If I would have just flipped off the truck, it wouldn't have been a viral video. If the truck would have just cut me off and didn't do anything, it wouldn't have been a viral video. But it was the combination of myself, the truck, and the two people behind me all coming together for this very, not personal, but real moment. It happened. There was nothing fake about that. And that one went off. It got 1 million views, over 1 million views now, and a whole bunch of likes, comments, shares, and all that stuff. The next one was the hit and run video, which I think most people are familiar with on this channel. That's probably where a bulk of y'all found me from. Again, I didn't put any thought behind it. I was just out riding, trying to get my normal footage, and somebody hit somebody, and then that one person decided to run away instead of stopping. I decided to go after them, get a license plate, and then upload the footage of me doing it, and it went viral. That one went really viral. It's crossed over 4 million views on TikTok, 25 million views on Instagram, over 1 million likes on Instagram. Just overall great stuff. But yeah, and then when I look back on it, when I first started, I would put a ton of time and effort and pre-editing, post-editing time into my videos, and they never went viral. So in my experience, the videos that you spend less time on, less effort on, the ones that are more real to their root, are the ones that go viral. People like to see real things on short form social media. And that's pretty interesting. I used to do skits where I would literally write the whole thing out, plan it out, have multiple different cameras, record everything. It was a completely different experience to what I do now. And those wouldn't go viral. Some mini viral videos that I would do, things where I put effort into and they actually did see some success, were my educational writing 101 videos. That's where I would just pick a really simple topic, cover it, kind of give some basic tips on the subject, all related to riding a motorcycle, in an effort to help beginner riders learn to ride and be more effective riders and stay safe. Those did fine. Those did good. They would usually get about 100,000 to 200,000 views, decent amount of shares, likes, comments, but they never went viral because, and it's just my hypothesis, that the motorcycle community is about 200,000 a video. Like, that's your reach that you can get. Now, of course, there's a lot more people in the motorcycle community, but in relation to like market share, the motorcycle community is not huge. So the videos where it's real, where there's actual real life stuff happening that you don't see on a day-to-day basis, that reaches a wider audience because it's no longer just the motorcycle community, it's just the community. Everyone can relate to it in some way or another. Those go viral because they have a much larger market share. And so yeah, just kind of a cool thought there, that little thought bubble. Alright, we are approaching another split opportunity here. This is kind of fun. Oh, maybe not. Maybe the light turned green. This is a completely random like shower thought, but I always enjoy finding the end of highways or the end of interstate systems. Since I'm on the West Coast, there's more of them. Like, there's two that I can think of directly in my vicinity from where I live. This is one of them. The highway actually ends and becomes a street. I don't know, that's just kind of interesting because you can ride on the interstate and highway system for millions of miles. Actually, I don't know about millions. At least thousands of miles and never reach an end. So I think it's just kind of neat when you find one. It's something different. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You find that interesting, the end of a highway system? I do. Alright, beep, 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 beep. Let's go ahead and merge on, start my split. People be crazy. Alright, once again entering the concrete coral reef that is the highway. Things are moving, kicking, screaming, and we're here to fight the whole way. Oh, well, that was pretty easy. Not as dramatic as it normally is. Hop on over, hit the carpool lane, get that safety net. I swear, if I find my DJI, I'm about to I'll kiss somebody. I will get a little bit of PTSD though, going past the spot. That thing just flopped off. I probably should have saw it coming. I never would have seen it coming how it popped off though. I never would have thought how that mount was gonna break. Like I said in the morning, the ring mount, like the actual part where the screw goes in, not the screw itself, which is where I would have expected something to break. The actual plastic ring completely shattered in half. I'm not entirely convinced that a rock didn't hit it, because I feel like there had to have been some catalyst for that. This is difficult, trying to keep eyes on the road and on the side. It's almost impossible. Yeah, okay, it's getting dangerous, not focusing. Okay, well, yeah, that's enough for me. That camera is long gone. R.I.P. DJI. May your memory card forever be free with space. Respect. Alright, let's keep going. I think that was actually my first DJI that I bought, because it had, of course, I had a really, really good micro SD in one of the DJIs and not the other. And guess which one fell? Can you guess? Can ya? Huh? Can ya? Man, it has been a quick ride home today. Got about just 25 minutes on the clock. That's going to put me at about 35-40 minutes getting home, when it's usually close to an hour. So traffic's been moving. I'm proud of it. That's awesome. I think we're going to stop for gas today too. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. Baby's thirsty. Oh no! Those poor people got into an accident. Alright, time to get off of the highway, go get some gas for the bike in preparation for tomorrow, which is just going to work again. But, you know, you always want to get gas the day before. One argument that I'm always having with myself is, the idea of regular versus premium gas. I fall in the premium every tank category, and it's because I'm a creature of habit. So my Vulcan is rated for 91 octane, high octane. This bike, the Africa Twin, is low octane rated, so it's fine with 87. My Lexus, my car, is high octane rated for 91. My truck is low octane rated for 87. Now, I had my Lexus for a while longer before I had my motorcycles. For the longest time in the world, I was only getting high octane 91, 93 gas. To the point where it just kind of became habit. And then I got my Vulcan, which was also high octane rated. So I just kept putting high octane 91 or 93. But then I got the Africa Twin, and I didn't want to forget to put high octane into the other two vehicles. So just out of habit, I always put high octane in the Africa Twin, so that way I never forget. And then I do the same thing with my truck. So, bada bing, bada boom. All right, let's get this done. Ooh, at least it's not hot. All right, let's go ahead, fill her up. Google, gurgle. And we're going to go ahead and pop that in. I swear to God, in California, getting gas on a motorcycle is the most annoying thing in the world. You got to hold up. I don't know if anybody else from outside of California knows this or has to deal with this. You can't just... Oh, is it actually working this time? Oh, it is. Huh. Oh, interesting. It's not supposed to do that. Huh. But actually... Oh my God, I'm not having to hold the thing. Sweet. Because normally you got to hold this guy up. Oop. Normally you got to hold this little flap. You got to hold him up like that. But I don't have to this time. I'm like a wizard. And we're golden. Money. Oh, somebody ripped it off the thing. I've actually seen that happen a few times. Somebody drive away with gas nozzle still in. That is hilarious when it happens. I've actually had it happen to a good friend of mine. I was teaching him how to drive when we were back in college. Well, I was in college, but he was in high school. He was like a little brother to me. And I was teaching him how to drive because his parents were too afraid to teach him. If you know, you know. Not going to say his name. But yeah, I was teaching him how to drive, and I was like, okay, lesson number 1, an important one, is how to gas the car up. You got to learn basic car maintenance, how to get gas, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, yeah, you just go out there and, you know, hit the thing and you'll be good. You know, just go swipe the card. Here's my card. Go put gas in my car. It'll all be fine. Like, what's the worst that could happen? And he actually was not the one that drove off with it. The person right next to us did. But it did give him a little PTSD on getting gas because he thought he caused it. So he jumped a good bit. Alright, so we are back on the road. Let's see, are we gonna go left? I gotta reset the trip meter. Rookie mistake. Anyways, this has been my evening ride where you join me on my evening ride home from work. Hopefully it's on your way home from work. That way you have something we can decompress together, share the experience of a motorcycle, and just have a good time. Good time with a good vibe. I'm going. If you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, please feel free to leave that a like and a comment down below. Please be sure, if you have any topics or questions you would like to be covered in the next episode, to leave them down below, and I will make sure to get to any and all of them in the next episode. Once again, thank you guys for joining me as I squeeze tightly between these two cars. Or, well, I should say that car and very big ass truck. But yeah, if you've enjoyed your time, let me know and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Later. I can't rev.